The big question, will we change into post-humans with biotechnology and technological implants? And more importantly, do plants want us to transform? And the plant is a very interesting aspect, concept, thing, object, because we don't actually know quite what it is from a shamanic point of view. The shaman has a very different type of idea of what the plant is. In fact, the plant is extremely powerful, or some plants are extremely powerful, because they can be entities or they can be keys to allow entities into this physical world. And if you look at the plant from our 3D perspective, it may be very difficult to actually understand from a shamanic perspective what actually a plant is. Is a plant a manifestation of an extra dimensional entity in our three-dimensional world? What is it? Plants, animals, humans, we've all got symbiotic relationships. Plants can migrate using birds to do so. They can go to an island. In the same way, humans transport plants so plants can migrate as well. Humans and animals use plants to survive. Humans use plants to build houses, to make clothes, to keep warm, to build fires, to cook food. So the relationship between plant, animal, and human is symbiotic. We all need each other. However, the plants have been here very much longer than humans have. Plants and humans did originally, it's theorized, come from the same source. There was a source and it split, and you had plants and you had humans. But the plants have definitely been on the planet a lot longer than humans have. The plants are the ones that changed the atmosphere for humans. The plants are the ones that created grazing ground for animals so that humans could eat the animals. Plants are the ones that gave humans the ability to create an extra stomach outside of their stomach to create food so that they could digest certain types of plants. The plants have given humans their philosophy. They've given humans their mysticisms, their religions, their spiritualities, their communications with other worlds. So you could say that the plant kingdom is far more advanced than the human kingdom, considering we rely on the plant kingdom far more than the plant kingdom relies on us. The plant kingdom doesn't actually need us, and the plant kingdom gives us knowledge, information, healing, and our lives here on earth. Therefore, we must concede that the human kingdom could very well possibly be below the kingdom of the plants. And that's something that the shamans have always thought. That's something that they say. Now, if the human helps the plant migrate around the world, around the globe, then does the plant wish also to migrate to different planets and into space? If it's true that the plant does wish to migrate, does wish to go off planet, then it would need something to help it migrate. And that thing might actually be the human. The plants might actually be giving the human technological information and capacities and logic in order for them to build the technologies, in order for the plants to get off-world in vehicles and spaceships. And perhaps even the biological realm of the science might actually be being pushed by the plants in order for biological modifications to take place in the plants via humans, so that the plants can live on different worlds with different atmospheres, with different gases, if not in space, without gravity. So the plant may in fact have built the human, or helped the human, or evolutionized the human in metaphysical terms, in shamanic terms, in order for the human to work for the plant, to get the plant to different worlds. Or is something else happening? Is there a force or an energy which is to invert the original blueprints of the plant and the human DNA in order to take it away from the original blueprint, to create the post-human, in order to create a disconnection with the original source, which would be Earth, in order to make more control over the plant and the human? So there's two sides of the argument which are going on. Is it benevolent? Is it benevolent? Is it malevolent? Are we supposed to do it? Are we not supposed to do it? So this asks the question, what is our real relationship with technology? And we need to ask another two questions. What is technology and what is nature? Are we supposed to stay in a state of nature on this earth? When we reach a technological level, does the Tower of Babel suddenly reappear and something comes in the form of God through meteorite or earthquakes or volcanoes that destroys the world and sets it back to its original state in nature, and then humans have to go up the scale, going around in the cycle, creating the technology to get to the next Tower of Babel? So it seems to be something in the human evolution where humans keep going through this same process. They get to a level of technology, and then the technology gets broken down. What God does to humans through the Tower of Babel is what parents do to children by taking away their toys when the children become naughty. We become naughty through the technology. We start making technology do things that we really shouldn't let it do. Or are we as humans supposed to become responsible for the evolution of human from its natural source or natural state, which we are in now, into its transhuman and its post-human states? So God basically gives the original blueprint to the human, and then the human, when he reaches a level of technology, he therefore takes over from God, and he becomes God in essence, developing his own destiny. Now, I'm not taking sides, but I wish to bring in a different factor here, and that's the factor of nature that we always seem to have left out. I don't believe that the general populace sees nature the way that nature should be seen. I think that the shaman sees nature in a very different way as the normal human does. I think throughout the course of humanity, we've been slowly pushed away from nature through technology, through cities, through our industrialization, through the technological revolutions. And we sort of push technology to one side. The religions really have done a number on shamanism as well, by killing the shamans, by killing the witches, by saying it's satanic, by saying all of these things. And that's really caused a very large problem between humans and nature, because the people that the Christians were killing in the past, they weren't really witches. They were just people that understood nature and understood the healing powers of plants, which created the connection. But the Christians didn't want anyone to have the healing powers from plants. They wanted the healing powers to come from God, even though God created plants in order for plants to cure humans. So Christianity and its past have created a rather large division between humans and nature. That division has allowed a velocity to be created towards the Fourth Industrial Revolution and technology, because we look to something to replace God, to replace nature. The religions haven't really done a very good job in doing so, and so now we're looking to technology as the next form of religion. In my point of view, some of the great people that understand nature are the shamans. They're the ayahuasqueros, they're the jopo, they're the people that understand cactuses and other plant medicines. Through shamanism, you can get mysteries. You can get the mysteries of the stars, the planets, the entities, the dimensions, the animals, the different types of kingdoms, different dimensions, things that you can't explain and perhaps shouldn't be explained on a video. It's something that you should go and pursue yourself. But if nature, through plants, can give that type of information which technology can't give, and we're not comparing technology from that standpoint, we are not coming up against technology with the correct data in order to deal with it. We are coming from a very naive, a very childish understanding of nature against technology, and technology looks superior. But if you take the understanding of the shaman and the understanding that the plants can give you through some plants like ayahuasca, and then you compare that to technology, you have a completely different relationship. You are dealing with two completely different sets of problems. The shaman, of course, uses technology: mobile phones, travel, motorbikes, chainsaws, petroleum, electricity, computers. His relationship with nature also needs to be questioned. Should he go back to the forest to become a forest dweller? Should he become a Luddite? Should he give up on everything? Does technology in some amount help us? Do we need technology at the moment to combat technology? Does the Taita and the shamans need technology in order to get the plant out to people, in order to curb the technology? These are all questions, interesting questions that need to be meditated on. But my real message for this video, the shamans out there, the people that understand the plant medicines, really need to start talking about technology, humans, and the post-human. It's time and it's urgent, and the conversation needs to be opened up, because the technology is going to start affecting the plant, and it's going to start attacking the plant.